Hello everyone, welcome back. So as I told you in the last video, from this video we are going to start our dynamics and this is first video of dynamics. So here I'll be creating a very simple shot. In the last video I told you that there are three solvers we are using. So I'll be starting with the RBD solver and so let's get started. Okay, so in Houdini I'll be starting with the two geonodes. I will rename them. The first one will be active and then duplicate this, and this will be static. Okay, so these are two objects. Active rigid bodies are the rigid bodies which act in the influence of internal or external forces, and static rigid bodies do not take any kind of force, do not react any kind of force, whether that is internal or external. So they are just static and they not move. Okay, so here I'll be creating two objects. The objects will be very simple, like box or something. So I will take a box and change that to polygon mesh and then apply one translate transform node and then take it up 3 units and then rotate them a little 45 degrees. Let it be same right now. And then I will take null node because I'll need to fetch the geometry and then name it active. Out active. Okay, so this is the easiest thing we can create. And then I'll go to static and here I will take a grid and then I will take a null and this will be out static. Okay, so I will come out of it and now we have these two geos. So now what I'll do, I'll take a .NET because all the simulations, all the dynamics, all the rigid bodies, soft bodies, and pyro, flip, all these works in a different context. Though in Houdini 18, they are also working in soft level, but for now we are starting with top level. So I'll take .NET network, get inside it, and then so now we are in dynamics. So whatever simulations are going on, whether they are related to active rigid body or static rigid body, uh, all the calculations will be done within this context. Okay, so for active rigid body, we will take RBD object, RBD object. Okay, the other node I will take rigid body solver, and I'll take a merge, and I'll take static object. So these are the nodes which we have to work in. So for active rigid body, we'll be using this RBD object. For static rigid body, I will be using this static object. Okay. So this will come under the influence of force and this will not act anything. Okay. It will be just static like this floor. And this is the solving engine which will solve both the things. Okay. So initially I will connect this to the first input node and then I will connect this to the output and I'll go and take the merge and then I will come here and after this solver I will connect this to this one and then I will change their space. So that will be left input affect right input. That means first this input will be calculated, and then this will be calculated. Okay, so first, I mean, the ground will be calculated, and then the active rigid body will be calculated. Okay, so, and press L. So now what we have to do, we have to fetch these two objects from the objects we created here. Okay, so I'll go here in the RBD object, which is used to fetch rigid bodies. So I will go in the SOP path, and here I will click in the button, and then I will go in the active, and then here out active is there, and then we'll accept it. Okay, so now we have got this thing. I'll go to static object and click here in the SOP path, and then click on the static and then out static, and okay. So now we have fetched both the bodies, active body and static body, and when I come out, because now the data here within this context, so we don't need these things. Okay, so just switch their displays flags off, and now we have these rigid bodies. Okay, so go in the here in this area, like this is play bar, and then playback option, sorry, but nothing is happening, because I told you one thing. This is active rigid body. This will not act whatever happens around. It will just react whenever any active rigid body is, colliding with it. So maybe it wouldn't say anything. So how we will come to know? That means this is active rigid body. So this will not act until and unless we apply some sort of force on it. I will apply a gravity node here and apply it. I will reduce the number of frames and to make it 50 and apply, and then switch on the real time toggle. So suppose if this is external force. Why? Because we are applying out of this object, out of this node. So if I apply anything from inside it, that means I am giving it internal energy or internal force. Okay, or if I go to SOP level and I give some sort of velocity to the points of the object, and then that velocity is fetched in dynamic context. Okay, so for now, how can we see that this is external force? So I will switch it off. And can we do something here? So I'll go to this RBD object, and then we'll say what we have here. So here we are given initial state. So can we take the help of this initial state? So I will give this some sort of velocity here. Okay, that's 5. And then we'll see, even when the external force is now working, whether this will work or not. So just play it, and now we can check it. So now this is not going down. This is not going down because no gravitational force is working on this. But when we have given this object an initial state value, then this will be, working under this influence. Okay, so right, and this will go ahead and ahead. Why? Because there is no object which is creating any kind of reversible force against it, right? So what I will do, I will give this value initial velocity, and I can also give initial rotation. So I will give it 20, and then see, this will not keep on rotating because this is not torque, this is initial rotation. Okay, initial rotation. So there is no friction or air friction, so it will not maybe do any other thing. And then if we give this angular velocity, then this will be maybe 20 angular velocity is there, then towards x-axis, then that will be rotating continuously, because there is no opposite force on this. And suppose if I don't want to start from here and I don't want to go back in the soft level and I want to change the position from where it should start, then I can do it here. So I can give this some initial position, like this initial rotation. So I will make it 0 and I'll come here and maybe I'll go in the Y and give two values and then it'll start from here. See, so angular velocity is there and initial velocity is there in the x-axis. So what if I give this, what if I switch on this gravitational force also? So along with these force will not go away. They will remain there. They'll be working on this. But along with that, this object will go down and hit the surface like this. So what if I increase the size of the floor? So I'll go to this one and then I'll go here or maybe sorry, I will go to static rigid body and then I'll increase the size. So let's make it 30 by 30. Okay, so now they are working and they are doing both the things all together. So if we go to DOP network again and then if I go here and I'll see these values are we can also increase the values. Maybe I can increase this value to 60 and then rotational velocity will be really higher. But that is initial velocity. That means that is working in the initial frame. Okay, so it will not keep on rotating all the time. That force is not there. That torque is not there. If torque is there, then that will be rotating continuously. So at any point of I can go back and I can switch off this create active object. So as soon as I do it, this will not be working as active rigid body. Okay. So click here again and then go ahead with this. So what extra things which are given in this RBD object? So second thing I want to tell you in this chapter, I will go to physical tab and here we are given some values. Okay, so initially I want to discuss this bounce. So if I increase this bounce value, this will bounce off the surface maybe with more energy. So if I increase to 1, then there will be more bounce. There will be more bounce. Okay, and if I decrease this friction value, friction is opposite force. Okay, so if that means if the cube is going towards this side, the floor will apply some force in the reverse direction, in the opposite direction. It will just try to stop it depending upon the value of the force. Okay, so play it and just a bit, and now this will go and on. Why? Because there is no friction. So I'll increase with this value to 5, and there is a lot of friction on the floor. Okay, so suppose if I do not give this kind of maybe bounciness, let's keep it to 0.5 and this to 1, then I can give some value, bounce value, and I can also change bounce value and these values here in the floor. So if I go to static rigid body and I have got almost same kind of options here, so I will go in the physical, and I can change the bounce here. So uh, just play and see, how much bounce is there in the object. So if I give increase this value maybe to 1, then there'll be more force which is coming from the ground. Okay, or I increase some more, then there'll be more bounce on that. Now check it out. Why? Because that is transferring energy to the box and pushing it out. Okay, so we can do that thing also, and then we can also give some friction. Okay, so let's make it 5, and now that is frictional force which is working opposite direction of the cube. So we can change these things here, like we can change bounce, and we can change friction. Some other factors are there, then I'll be discussing those maybe in some other videos. Okay, so that is active rigid body and static rigid body, and this is the solver. So if we go to RBD solver, then we can change some options here, and here this bullet solver is there, and we will change this bullet solver like these two. When we go to DOP network, then these two options are there, as I already told you in the last video. So we'll switch on to RBD. So RBD solver works with complex geometries. These are simple geometries, so we don't require them. But this is simple object. So, and I told you to start with RBD solver, and here is RBD solver. So when you switch on the bullet or you switch on the RBD, so the options here will be changed. So when now this is RBD solver, this bullet will be grayed out, and then you can click here, and then you can change the settings here in the RBD options. Okay, in the RBD options. And as soon as we do that, as soon as we do that, this will create. It has created some problems. So how can we get rid of the problem? One solution I have. I will go back. I will go back to this ground. As I already told you, it works with complex geometries. So I will go back to the static one, and here in the grid I will increase the number of segments here, and then everything is fine. Okay, so that is one way. Maybe there are some other ways also. We can go to this one, and we can change the sub steps value, so it will make maybe more calculation within 2 frames. So I'll make it to 4, and then let's see how it's working. Check it out. Now it is working well. Okay, so we can do these two things while creating these kind of shots. And Houdini has 100 ways of solving a problem. Maybe it is just a matter of time which kind of solution comes to your mind while solving a problem. I do not use RBD a lot. I am working most of the time. I'm working with bullet solver, and that is fast and gives good result. With RBD, there is one more problem. When we are working with the complex shot, that gives good results, but it takes long time to solve the problem. It takes long time to solve the simulation. So here is the solver, and this was a basic shot with which we can start. So for this video, I think that's enough from my side. Let's go to next video. Thank you very much.